Would you like to see the alignments and the aspects we're talking about this week? Well, check out the weekly overview on the funastrology.com YouTube channel. A picture really is worth 1,000 words. Welcome in to the Fun Astrology Midweek Hump Day, Wednesday the 21st podcast. Thomas Miller, thank you so much for joining us. Well, we're making it through, aren't we? I just thinking about Monday. Now, that was the heavy day, obviously. We still have one more heavy aspect tomorrow, but Monday was the big one, and we made it through. We're still here. We're all together. How many times did we say here and on the videos that the day of seems to be anticlimactic? And I know we all experienced it in our own way, this energy that's been with us. It's still there. It is still there. It's with us now, but it is going to be dissipating. And next week looks really a lot better. So it's getting lighter in the sky. The clouds are moving on away. But Monday morning, boy, I just felt like, am I on a different planet? I was disoriented Monday morning. I did a video on it and just had to recenter. Was very productive in the afternoon. And then yesterday we had our last of this batch of speed readings with Robert Glasscock. And then the other good thing in the sky right now, and we have one today, is these lunar aspects. So when the moon goes void of course, the last aspect before the moon goes void of course, before it changes signs, have been positive. And they will continue to be positive right on through the weekend. So let's just hit that. Today we have a moon void of course that begins at 5:53 p.m. Eastern, and the moon is conjunct Neptune, which of course is in retrograde. And then just barely an hour later, 7 o'clock p.m. Eastern, the moon enters Aries. Now, I consider a conjunction with Neptune positive. Some people might argue with that, but I think it's positive, especially if you're on your highest timeline. And then we start the zodiac over again this evening, beginning with a couple of days of an Aries moon, and then the Taurus moon. The Taurus change on Friday morning is a trine with Mercury. That's still positive. And then the one on Sunday is a sextile with Neptune. So we're in good shape the rest of the week. Well, I could use a little trading or market analogy with this. Whenever there's a big move in the market, usually it will take a few days to digest that move, and there won't be a lot of action. Well, let's say that we've had a big energetic move that culminated on Monday, and now we can use even these little lunar aspects that are happening. So let me give you the dates. If you'd like to write these down, let me give you the times, because they are all positive. So again, here's the first one, 5:53, these are all Eastern, 5:53 p.m. tonight. That's the conjunction with Neptune in Pisces, Pisces moon. So the actions you would take today would be Piscean in nature, related to the moon. I think this is something we play with in order to kind of get our energetic feet back under us. Then the one on Friday, the moon in Aries, so you're taking Aries actions, initiations, is trine with Mercury retrograde. Time on that, when it goes void, of course, is 8:44 in the morning, but it's a long one. Most of the day on Friday will be a void of course moon. It enters Taurus at 8 p.m. Then it changes signs on Sunday evening, 9:40 p.m. That's the sextile to Neptune. That's a quick one, hour and a half basically. At 11 p.m. Sunday night, the moon enters Gemini. All those times are Eastern. So most of the moon today is Pisces. Then tonight, tomorrow, and a good chunk of Friday, Aries. Friday night, Saturday, and most of Sunday, Taurus. And then we close out the weekend and begin next week with a Gemini moon. I don't know about you, but I'm going to enter all of this in my phone calendar so that I know when these times are, and I'm going to play with these energies because I just think this is because they're all positive aspects before the void of course. So we've had all these squares, all this tension, all these challenges. We have one more tomorrow. I'll mention it next. But these are the positives that we can grab onto and just play with, very subtle little energies. But if you're sensitive to it and you pick up on it, you can play with this. It's there. All right, tomorrow's a big day. We're going to cover it, and then Kristen's going to be here on Friday to talk about the Saturday sextiles. Yes, the Saturday sextiles. But tomorrow we have the sun entering Virgo. That happens at 10:55 a.m. Eastern tomorrow morning. And then tomorrow evening, late tomorrow night, probably while some of us will be asleep, Venus squares Mars. That's where we were saying if your relationship is tight and solid, figure out how to make it even better. If it's a little shaky and communication can be difficult, then count to about 50. Be interesting to see how the markets respond to that one as well. Next week now, as we're looking ahead, 2 big trines. Yes, one on Tuesday and one on Thursday. The biggest thing I would say of next week is, well, Venus goes home to Libra. Pluto enters Capricorn, walking, tiptoeing backward, where it dips its toe into Capricorn for just a little over a month at 29 degrees. And also next week on Sunday, Uranus goes retrograde. So the surprise factor is big now through next week. Uranus is strong. Uranus is the higher octave of Mercury, and Mercury is in retrograde until next Wednesday. And I think the message du jour is let's play with the moon. Why not? And wasn't that a beautiful, gorgeous supermoon on Monday? Wow, yeah, big full moon. All right, I think that gives us a nice little midweek breather. We'll be back tomorrow, and then Kristen's going to join us on Friday. Hope you guys have a great day. I love you, and I'll see you back in the morning.